Mayong adlaw mga amigo, my name is MJ and today I have read the first part of The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. So I have been meaning to reread this series for quite a long time now because I have read this when I was young and I was very curious as to what my thoughts are considering that I'm an adult as of the current moment. So I have finished the first part of the book and I must say it's quite an eye opener in my own opinion because when I was a kid, I have always seen Katniss as this badass character because she was able to provide food for her family. However, upon rereading that part, I have realized that it's not that badass. Instead, it's quite horrifying to see a young child like providing for her family because it's just sad that a child needs to carry all the burdens of their family by going on hunts, finding food for them, and it's also horrifying as to how Katniss described how they went to hunger, how their cheeks went hollow and their eyes went hollow. I find it really, really horrifying. And also the way she described District 12 as to how destitute it was, as to how the people in that district goes hungry. It's actually very, very horrifying to read as an adult. Also, I must say that the Hunger Games is quite an effective tool to actually scare the people. When I was a child, I find it to be illogical. I find the Hunger Games to be illogical. However, reading it as an adult, it's actually very, very much effective because it just shows the people in the district as to how much power the capital has and as to how the capital can get their children in just one go without any afterthought. And I find it to be a really, really good strategy to keep the people at bay. And also, there is nothing that much happening in like the first part. It's just they went to the capital and actually saw the people there, and as to how they are so despicable, as what Sina has said. But what I find interesting in the capital is when Katniss described Rue as a child, even though she is a child herself. So yeah, and also I must say, Hunger Games is so well written. Even though I have read this now as an adult, I still find it to be very, very well written. And now I'm excited to read the other two parts of the book. Or was it four? I actually forgot. I can't emphasize as to how amazing this book is, as to how well crafted this book is, because during training, PETA actually taught Katniss the different types of bread in different districts, coming from different districts. And then when Rue died, when a bread was sent her way, Katniss was able to identify that the bread came from District 11. And for me, that is a very important scene because it shows the very first sign of rebellion against the capital. And it's quite sad that it was not in the movie. Speaking of the movie, I have never realized as to how much I love the movie until now because the movie was actually very faithful to the books. Although there are some scenes that were not in the movie, majority of the scenes in the movie are in the books. It was actually very, very faithful, and I love that. Also, as an adult, I must say that reading kids fighting to the death sickens me because of course the games is for entertainment and for punishment, and it sickens me because kids should be in school, kids should be with their friends enjoying the life that was given to them. Also, I have said this a million times before, but Hunger Games reminded me so much of the Big Brother TV show in which a couple of people are left to live in this house in which they talk to each other, they socialize with each other, and then eventually some of them got evicted. It's quite similar. It has a similar concept. So, yeah, I'm going to continue reading the book now. So I just finished reading The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins, and I have a lot of thoughts for part 3. So the very first thought which I want to talk about is Cato and Clove. So ever since I was a teen, I have been always shipping Cato and Clove because I felt that there is something going on between them. Like for example, when Clove dies, Cato actually feels pained, and he was really sad when Clove died. And there's just something about that scene that made my heart break. And yeah, I always ship Cato and Clove, and even as an adult, I still ship them. And the second thing which I want to talk about is it still sickens me to see kids fighting each other just to survive. It's just really heartbreaking on my part. However, I must say if I were in their position, I would not have I would not have survived like them. Like for example, Foxface. Foxface is really clever, and she is really cunning, and I do know that I will not be like her if I were in the games. And also I want to commend the District 3 kid because he was able to make these bombs, in which I find to be really clever as well. Also, I want to talk about the love scenes between Peeta and Katniss. It was really interesting on my part. However, I must say I'm quite uncomfy considering that they are younger than me. But I must say I'm quite sad for Peeta because I do know that Peeta is very much genuine when it comes to his feelings, whereas Katniss is mainly doing it to survive in the games, in which I greatly understand. Also, I want to talk about the berries in the book because the berries were casually mentioned in the 3 parts of the book. Like for example, in the first and second part, Katniss' father told her not to eat this specific type of berries because they can be deadly, and of course the berries has a huge plot point in the book, in which I find to be amazing. It goes to shows that the book is very much well written. But overall, I greatly enjoyed this book, even though I'm an adult now, and I will still rate this book 5 stars. It's that good. Yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any comments, please comment down below and let's discuss, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.
Oh, 1 mile in fog patches and showers early Friday, but improving to greater than 6 miles on Friday morning.
Stars shining bright.